Welcome into the Ravens Rundown by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. So glad to have you with us. It feels like Christmas Eve, doesn't it? The night before the 2023 NFL Draft, I have my final Baltimore Ravens mock draft. We will project all 5 picks for Baltimore throughout all 7 rounds of this draft, and we'll bring that to you as well as analysis on that coming up in just a matter of moments. Before we do, I want to know, who is your dream draft target for the Ravens? Whether it's that first pick at 22 or if it's later on in the draft. Maybe it's somewhere on day 3. Tell me what your dream draft target is of somebody you would like to see playing for the Baltimore Ravens this upcoming season. So here's how this works. We're going to stay consistent to what we've done throughout this entire offseason, where I am going into the Pro Football Focus Simulator, and PFF is selecting the picks for the other 31 teams. And then I step in and play the role of Eric DeCosta and make the picks for the Baltimore Ravens. And so with that, let's go ahead and show you the Ravens draft picks as they are. Only 5. Things could change, but to keep things simple, we are going to go with the 5 picks as they are. No trades on today's mock draft. So we'll pick at 22, 86, 124, 157, and 199. So with that, here's the last 5 picks before Baltimore picks at 22. The Steelers go with Darnell Wright out of Tennessee, the offensive tackle. The Lions get Dalton Kincaid out of Utah at the tight end position. The Bucs, they go corner, go with Joey Porter Jr. out of Penn State. The Seahawks end up with edge rusher Lucas Van Ness out of Iowa. And then at 21, the Chargers go with Kalijah Cansey, the defensive lineman from Pitt. So that leaves us with the next 5 best available at this point for Baltimore with this pick at 22. We could go safety with Brian Branch, also has experience playing corner. There's Deonte Banks at corner, as is Emmanuel Forbes. Quentin Johnston at wide receiver, and Jordan Addison are still on the board at wide receiver as well. With that said, though, with this pick, I'm going to make a lot of people in Baltimore happy. The hometown kid stays in Baltimore. Deonte Banks, corner from Maryland, goes to the Baltimore Ravens with their first-round pick at 22 overall. This fills a need for the Ravens. They need an outside corner to play alongside Marlon Humphrey, and this is a guy that makes a lot of sense for the Baltimore Ravens for this, of exactly what they're looking for. He's the type of corner this team needs. So for me, this is a win-win. We'll tell you more about it, get you some analysis on Deonte Banks, and get to the other picks as well in just a moment. Before we do, the NFL Draft will be live on Chat Sports, as we'll be bringing you all 7 rounds beginning on Thursday night at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. I'll be on there from time to time. You'll see our entire Chat Sports crew breaking down every single pick in real time. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, every pick. None of the interviews, anything like that. We're going to bring you the draft in true Chat Sports fashion. You will not want to miss it. Coverage beginning tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Be there or be square. So the background on Deonte Banks. We have seen his stock rise a lot within the last several weeks. Mel Kiper has him as the number 20 overall player in the draft and the number 4 corner. He was an honorable mention All Big Ten selection. We mentioned him being a Baltimore native, attending high school within the area as well. Lance Zierlein of NFL Media had this to say about Deonte Banks. Perimeter corner with desired blend of size, strength, and athleticism. Banks is capable of release disruption from press. He plays with smooth hips and easy feet to pedal and glide around the field. He's capable of matching the release and running with his opponents. And the numbers on Banks, completion percentage he allowed was just over 43%. Only allowed 258 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 8 pass breakups, 1 interception. So he is more the lockdown type there, the no-fly zone type corner is what you're seeing out of Deonte Banks. We don't go receiver here. There's other receivers in this draft. I will draft a receiver, and you sign OBJ, so you don't have to draft wide receiver in the first round anymore. So with that said, should the Ravens draft Deonte Banks? What do you think about this move? Would you have done the same? Let me know in the comments section. Type Y for yes, type in for no if you would have drafted Deonte Banks or not. For the best Baltimore Ravens coverage, you have found the right place, as we're talking about the Baltimore Ravens each and every week. Even when the draft's over, we're still going to be getting you ready for the season with the latest happenings in your favorite team. We're talking news and rumors, trades, free agency, and more. As the draft is going on as well, we will react to the picks as they happen in real time and bring you instant analysis and coverage. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for free. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. YouTube.com/RavensTV. We'll go to the third round now. That's where we find Mr. Scott. What you going to do? The Baltimore Ravens going to make your dreams come true at number 86 overall. Shout out Michael Scott for that one. Tyler Scott, I think as I look more into Tyler Scott and what he brings to the table, this is somebody that hasn't reached his peak, his ceiling just yet. That he still has a whole lot of football left in him that is going to elevate. Coming off a season where he had nearly 900 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns, Lance Zierlein described him as this. Comparison to T.Y. Hilton. Might raise some eyebrows. That sounds nice. Scott is a similar player in body type, speed, and versatility. With just 2 seasons of starting experience at receiver, his route running and ball skills are almost certain to continue to improve and become less of an issue for him in the future. Then we get our offensive guard that we need in Baltimore in the 4th round. Sidy we take from Eastern Michigan at 124 overall. As with Ben Powers out, they need more options there at the offensive guard spot. 157, that is where we find San Jose State edge rusher Viliami Fehoko with this selection, 157 overall. And I know that you'll look at this defense, and Baltimore looked really good in the second half of last year, but I think what you could see here, this is like it's a best player available situation here. And to me, I like this move for Baltimore to find a guy that's kind of sneaky, kind of off the radar. And for those that have looked at him have said the athleticism is very fascinating of what he brings to the table, like sneaky good, put it that way. Kind of fell by the wayside there at San Jose State. Got another pick to get to before we wrap up, but what's your confidence level in the Ravens drafting? Scale it for me, 1 through 100. How much do you trust Eric DeCosta and John Harbaugh? Tell me in the comments section below what your trust level is for how they'll do with this draft. The final pick at 199, the 6th round, that's where we go safety. Take Trey Dean III at 199 for this pick. And I know what you're thinking. Well, the Ravens already at the safety spot have a number of good guys, right, with what they've done with Kyle Hamilton and Marcus Williams and company. But for me, this is another best available situation. The Ravens in the past have found good value with guys late in the safety spot. Might be a chance to take a flyer on Dean and see if he develops. So to recap our picks for Baltimore, we go Banks in the 1st round, Tyler Scott in the 3rd. We go Sal in the 4th, Fehoko in the 5th, and then we wrap up things with Trey Dean, the safety from Florida, in the 6th round. So there you have it. How did I do? Tell me in the comments section what you think. I know that this was a short mock draft because you only have 5 picks and we couldn't make any trades, but I think we made the most of it. We took care of the corner spot. We took care of the wide receiver position and the guard spot, quite frankly, with the picks of what the Ravens were dealt with. Grade it for me in the comments section. A, B, C, D, or F. How do you think I did with this Ravens mock draft? Hit me up on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, at Tyler Jones Live. I'll be covering the Ravens draft as well as the rest of all 32 teams throughout the weekend on social media. Hit me up there, and I'll see you next time here on the Ravens Rundown.